Hello, little DeAndre. Hello, Vivi. Hello, Dez. Hello, Jam. Sure, what kind of question you got, man? What kind of question you got? I will help however I can. No question. Hmm? Okay. All right, stop the car. I mean, it's not the trolley puzzle. If you want to, Des, you can. Feel free to do so. That'd be cool. Correct. Thanks, Jam. If the internet disappeared for 1 week, I think this generation would come together or fall apart, and why? Alright, so if the internet disappeared for a week, I feel like a lot of people would just kind of like figure out what other stuff they can do. I feel like a lot of infrastructure would kind of collapse a bit, but a lot of places would still be perfectly fine just running without the internet. We would see. I don't know what it would affect specifically infrastructure-wise. What we would see. I don't think this generation would come together or fall apart per se. I think it would just be like a catastrophe of some kind, but it wouldn't like end the world. It would just kind of change everything for a little while, a week in this case. In this hypothetical. So not a disaster. I mean, like the people who are harming us the most are basically unaffected by this. Basically unaffected by this. Essentially. The people that are affected the most are regular people. Hello, Jimbo. Welcome in. I don't know what that is. That game, I mean. And no. And no is my answer. But what I can do is get the game open. We're gonna play some Chrono Story today. Let's see. I'll play some Chrono Story today. I was gonna play it yesterday for a little bit. Ended up not, which is good. My wife showed up, which was fun. Let's not spam the chat, Jimbo. If I go play a Roblox, no. I'm not 7 years old. You're gonna go crazy. Okay, do it. I dare you. Okay. Damn. Yeah, but I'm also not like 7, so I don't particularly enjoy Roblox. In fact, I'm never going to be playing that game. Oh, come on. There we go. Boop 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 doop 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 doop. Yeah, alcohol. In the background. I don't drink. But it doesn't mean I don't have a bar in my background. Doobie doop boop 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 doo. Doop doobie doop boop boop. Boop 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 doo. Boop 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 boop. Boo, 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 boo. Alrighty, ice lightning training today. I don't know if there's the best place to train. I think there's gonna be better places soon. We're gonna stick here for a little while longer, I think. Probably. You're playing Pal World? I heard that the new update's pretty fun. That's alright, Vive. Thanks for showing up, at least. Sticking around and whatnot. That's cool of you. It's all good. Totally fine, I understand. Oh, that's not a different key, actually. Let's put it, like, on, like... W? That's better. Well, internet, I don't speak that, pandas. Sorry. Boop, 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 boop. You want to get the Terraria boss in Pal World? Is that a thing they added? That's cool if it did. Fluffy ones. Can you ask a question about Chrono Story? Of course. I'm happy to answer any questions you got about this game. Absolutely. I've been playing it for a while. A good long while. Happy to answer whatever questions you got, man. Only 2 weeks in. Oh. Still early, hey? Still early, eh? I mean, after 2 weeks, you could be at the 120s, but that depends on how much you play. If not higher. If you play an ungodly amount, I wouldn't be surprised. By any chance, can you explain Party EXP in Chrono? You're level 118, but you're not getting Party XP at Apex. Is the bug or you're missing something? Okay, so Party EXP in Chrono Story requires you to be either within 5 levels of the enemy or 5 levels of the players you're training with. I think that goes away once you get above the monster level, essentially. So once the monster level is white, like these blood harps, that means I'm within 5 levels of the monster. That's no longer a problem. You also, with Apex Predators, you also need to be doing a percentage of the damage to the monster, because they're considered mini bosses. I think the percentage is 10%. Hello, Kraz. Welcome back. You on your break? It's a little early for your break, ain't it? It's like 11. No, it's Saturday. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? You probably just woke up because you're a chud who sleeps in. I thought it was Friday for a second there, but no, that was yesterday. Weird that my wife was off on Friday. She's usually off on Saturdays. You gotta do 10% damage for EXP, correct. So it means you're probably in a party that's a little bit too advanced. You're gonna want to be in a lower level party, probably, depending on your class. You could also switch to other mobs. If you're 118, I wouldn't even like 118. I wouldn't even suggest going to Apex. Anything. I'd stick to like I don't know. I mean, Apex Cordians aren't that bad, really, I guess. But I'd probably stick to Sharks or something. Why is Nuba so strong? You get one shot? Well, that's what you get for challenging a god. $10% for any mob you're trying to get EXP for, I believe. I could be wrong. I'd ask the Discord. I think that's how that works. I'm pretty sure. That's why a lot of parties like classes that are strong enough to do that. Because most classes, there's some classes that just can't. You know, they just don't hit enough mobs hard enough. Like, for example, Bowmaster has trouble. The mages usually kind of have trouble. Corsair can have a bit of trouble there. The classes that don't really struggle are like, how do people do Rex? Since you're not hitting both platforms, you're only getting EXP for that one platform. Something like that. I'm not sure exactly how it works that way. Perhaps I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that's how that works. At least that's how it works in other places, for other party maps. At least that's how Bote said it works. I'd ask the Discord. People might be able to explain to you what's wrong there. I don't know. I don't know. Normally, I'm pretty experienced on understanding how it works here, but I don't know why it would be good to do both platforms in Rexes if you're not getting EXP for the top platform. Confusing the Merpins. I think I might be stupid. Feeling kind of shitty today? Nothing happened or anything? You're just so bored? It's like a boring day. Okay, I get it. I get you. So not like sad or nothing, just like bored. That makes sense. Not very stimulating at the cum factory today, Kraz. I understand. Understandable. It's not every day is going to be very stimulating at the cum factory. Sometimes you're just going through the motions. You know what I mean? You're right. You're right. Well, I mean, home is also a cum factory if you think about it. Well, now I'm live, so I can be helpful, Kraz, when it comes to talking about stuff. What's up, Vive? What's up? Yeah, that confuses me too a bit, Fluffy. Yeah. I don't know. For the ring, for sure. I get it. Makes sense. Not a bad idea, but I mean, no, I'm not sure. That seems weird to me that would be the case then. I could be wrong. I don't really do the high-level gameplay here in Chrono Story. I'm trying to make every class. I have this is my 6th class. Every other class that I've done is already over 120, almost 130 on each of them. But I'm not really going into those high levels in any one yet. I don't really like the gameplay of Endgame at the moment, personally, so I'm sticking to doing level grinding on all the classes. And then hopefully by the time I'm finished with all the classes, a run will be out. That'd be great, because then I can actually focus on a character. That probably won't happen, but it could. It's possible. I got 6 more. I'm only halfway done. They're even more confused. Welcome to my brain. I mean, there must be a reason why. There must be a reason why. You would think that, at least the way that how I understand it, that would be the case. But maybe not. I don't know. Maybe they put all the big boom AoE guys at the bottom so they can hit the top map too. But that wouldn't make sense either. I don't know. We need someone who's an expert to tell us why. Tell us why, because it's not making sense to me either. I'm sure if I played, and if I was actually focusing on a character, it'd probably be my Dark Knight, right? And my Dark Knight would probably be over level 2. It would easily be over level 200 by now by how much I play this game. If I was not focusing on 6 classes and getting them all to 130, and this is my 6th one, I'd probably have a Dark Knight over level 200. So I'd know then. But I don't do that. I'm focusing on many classes at once. So I don't know. One of the few questions that I'm guessing I'm wrong at, maybe. Or I'm just not understanding it properly. I'm down here now. Yeah, but it doesn't make sense why it would be so sought after. I don't know. Maybe the EXP is so high that even if you're not getting both platforms, it's still really good. I don't know. Not sure. My guess would be they have pullers on the bottom, like Buccaneer, and then also on the top, possibly, and then like on the bottom or on one of the sides, top or bottom, they have a fucking like a hero or something to use Monster Magnet to get all the ones from the top platform down to the bottom. Is my guess probably, but I've seen kind of how it works, and it's not usually how it works. I don't know. What's the capital of France? Mayonnaise. It's Lyon. It's Lyon, France. You know what, you also kind of don't understand how come Bishop don't get Genesis on party map? Because Genesis has a cooldown. You have to kill mobs with Genesis for it to not have the cooldown. And because the party maps, the mobs have so much HP, you can't kill mobs with Genesis, so it just ends up being always on cooldown. So you might as well use your big fuck off AoE attack that isn't Genesis, which is very big anyway. No, it's not based on how many mobs you hit. It's based on how many mobs you kill with it. So if you're in a map like this, for example, and you use Genesis, you'd kill all the mobs and the cooldown would be reset. But and you'd be able to use it again on cooldown immediately. But in a map like Apex, like Rex's or Apex whatever's. The mobs have so much HP that you're not able to kill them with Genesis. So Genesis just goes on cooldown and you have to wait until it's done. Hello, Vivi. Again. Maybe. But their AoE attack is so huge that if they're on the bottom platform, they can hit the top one too, I think, right? Like I've seen how big their new AoE attack skill, and it's fucking giant. It's like ginormous. It's not even like a full map attack like Genesis, but it's fucking huge. Probably why Bote gave him that attack, because they didn't want people spamming Genesis and they wanted him to spam the other thing. I don't know why they even gave him Genesis if that's the case. Why not just make this new attack Genesis? I don't know, man. Whatever. Doesn't matter to me. Ginormous. Switch song. What do I want? This for Krez. Oh, I just sneezed. Oh. God. Well, Genesis only hits 15 mobs. I think that their new mobbing skill hits like 12, and it is big enough to hit both platforms. So although you would hit more mobs with Genesis, technically speaking, I don't think it's significant enough to use it very often. It's easier just to spam the other skill. There might be some bishops that use Genesis on cooldown. If I was playing a bishop, I probably wouldn't. In fact, I probably wouldn't even put points in it, to be fair. When I have the Lightning Mage here leveled up to 120, I'm not even gonna put points into Blizzard. I don't see a point in using it. One, I don't agree with big map attacks like that. I don't think full map attacks like Genesis or Blizzard should exist. Or the one that Iran gets in 4th drop. None of those should exist. They should just not be a thing. They should be some other thing, some other utility. I think, like, for example, I think Blizzard should be a bind for bosses. I think the fire poison one should inflict fire and poison damage to all monsters on the map, including bosses. And then Genesis, I don't know. I don't know what you'd have to do with Genesis, but they'd have to do something. So I probably won't use it. I don't think I'll use it. I think I'll just leave it. To be fair. But like, there's probably some that use it. I don't really see a reason to, for the most part. Other than like, for sure you can tag some monsters, but like, the cooldown is long enough to where you're probably gonna forget about it most of the time. Unless you have it bound to a hotkey, like a. No, that's auto buff. Never mind, you can't do that. Never mind. Did he add that? I thought he did. I guess not. I'll have to suggest that then. If it isn't there, I gotta suggest it. You think the cooldown for map AoE is okay? I think it's fine. I think that's a fine way to go about, kind of a boring way to go about it, but a fine way to go about it. I think that having it be a skill in the game in the first place, for big map AoEs, for like the mages and Iran in this case, if Iran comes out. Big map AoEs, just having them in the first place be in the game with a cooldown is a, what's the word? It's kind of part of 4th job mage identity, like how Dragon Knight, a Dark Knight has Berserk, or Bowmaster with Hurricane. Well, Bowmaster with Hurricane, it's not that OP of a skill. Same with Berserk. Neither of them are OP. The big map attacks are OP. Like the end game of original MapleStory, and many like 1-to-1 remakes of old school MapleStory in like private servers is leeching. You go to an endgame map and you party up with any of the 3 mages, and you're gonna sit on the map and just leech EXP forever. That's the end game result of those skills. If you have so one of 2 things happens if you have those skills in the game. Either it's polarizing because they exist and people don't like it, and people grind use it for leeching. But if leeching doesn't exist, it's still polarizing because guess what? Mages are now the fastest EXP dudes in the game, and they can just stand in the middle of a map and spam and do it solo forever, and just level up too fast. Which is fine because they're not that good in bossing, but I think Bote wants to make everyone viable in bossing. So that ends up being like, okay, that's neither fun nor engaging content, and everyone knows it, including mages. And then the other spectrum is you introduce it into the game with cooldowns, and it's polarizing because all the mages say exactly what you just said, in that it's our identity. These are our main attack skills. We like to use our main attack skill. This is why we're such weak classes in party play, because guess what? We don't have our good attack skill. Well, newsflash, Bishop is one of the strongest classes in the game right now. Now I wish Ice Lightning and Fire Poison could be up there with that class, with Bishop, in being good, but they're not that great after 4th job, unfortunately. They need some TLC to be really good. They can be used, but not as good. I think that just because of the polarizing nature of it in the first place, they shouldn't exist. They should be retooled into something else. I've gone over it before. I think Blizzard should be a bossing skill that does a bind, which would be perfectly in balance with how the class works, and it would give them a reason to be added to boss parties. It gives everyone a really good window of a good burst window. Everyone has a burst window now because guess what? You brought a ice lightning wizard, archmage, and they can bind the boss. And then you also brought a fucking buccaneer, and guess what? Now you can do it 2 times in a row, and you get a nice like 20-30 second period of burst window at the beginning of a boss fight, or at a certain point in the boss fight where it's good. Okay. Fire poison. I don't know how you could really balance fire poisons. I feel like fire poisons might not need to exist and instead just buff the rest of their kit in some way. You could make it so it is a map-wide AoE that just lasts for a duration and everything on the map gets the fire and poison dot, and maybe it ticks faster while it's up and can do damage to bosses. So instead of being like a dot on a boss, it's just for the duration it does a set amount of damage to bosses, right? And then every half second or second or whatever. And then bishops, I don't know how you could really fix bishops. It would need to be some kind of party skill, some kind of bossing skill, something in between. Probably doesn't need really a bossing skill, to be fair. I mean, I don't know what they could do with it. I've suggested making it a smaller thing, where just like my fire poison suggestion. Welcome back, Krez. Just like my fire poison suggestion, it sets like a font of that energy, and like every couple seconds, it does the full Genesis damage to like an area of the map. But like, if you don't want it to be polarizing, and you want less people to be complaining about it, don't have it in the game in the first place. You know what I mean? That's my opinion on those skills. Now, you don't know much about the end game because you're only 2 weeks in. You feel like map AoE isn't that game-changing in Chrono, since most people don't leech in Chrono from what you can see. Well, there is no leeching in Chrono. You have to be constantly killing mobs in order for you to get party EXP. If you're not killing mobs and you're leeching, you're not going to get any EXP. The end game AoE is super important. The best 2 classes in the game have ginormous AoEs. That would be Bishop and Paladin. They both have holy. They both do holy damage, which means guess what? The end game Rexes, they're holy weak, which is why they're so dominant, and they have the biggest AoEs in the game, which makes them really valuable. There's other AoE skill attack classes. Hero has a really good AoE attack. There's a couple other classes that have good AoE attacks. Most of the other classes you'd have in a party map like that are there for some kind of party buff. Like, you're not usually going to have a bowmaster because they can't really participate in the grinding aspect because their attacks aren't really great for party play. But you'd probably have a marksman, which is unfortunate for bowmasters, and bowmasters are very upset about it. But marksmen are usually added to party play because guess what? They have sharp eyes. You bring in a shadower because that increases how much gold is dropped. And their AoE is very good and solid. In fact, they're really good. You know. So like AoE is super important. Like you said before, endgame Bishop isn't using Genesis in party map. No, they're using their other AoE attack skill. Their other AoE attack skill is way more interesting than Bishop, and hits is way more interesting than Genesis, and is really big without being map wide. So for example, if I was standing right here as a Bishop, I could probably hit the top platform with my AoE attack. The top platform right there, I could probably hit it with my AoE attack, and I'd hit these mobs, I'd hit these mobs, and I'd hit these mobs. So I'd hit like a big circle right here. That's how big their AoE attack skill is. It's huge. Is it map wide? No, but it's still big and fun. You can have a really big AoE attack skill without it being like herder. I kill everything on the map in one hit. Oh, see you later, Vivi. Thank you for coming. That's my only thing, right? Like, AoE attack skills, perfectly fine to be in the game. I just think that it shouldn't be that huge or all-encompassing. You know? They're too polarizing. Kraz over here has no idea what I'm talking about, and he is bored as fuck. Sorry, Kraz, my bad. I got ask technical questions. I wanted the. you want to shoot your shit smooth off? Yeah, no. Duh. Of course. I gotta ask technical questions and opinions about things you don't know or care about. It's fine. Level 79, by the way. We already got a level and a half. So how was that conversation we had last night, Kraz? Did it make you unable to sleep? Did it leave you hot and bothered and you couldn't sleep all night? Or did you sleep fine? God knows is in your head, for sure. I mean, of course God knows. We were talking about him the whole time, you know? Kinda. It's like Santa Claus rules. He knows when you are sleeping and he knows when you're awake. And he knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Does he know when you spank your monkey? Yeah, of course. And he supports it. It's perfectly fine with that. Monkeys aren't people, and therefore you wouldn't be reprimanded by that for hitting one. I know how much you love to abuse monkeys. Chimpanzees specifically. They took my family. Definitely what you meant? Yeah, I know. Of course. What else could you have meant? There's no double entendre there. That's what it means. There's no special other meaning for it. No, of course not. Crazy talk. Crazy talk. Do. Boo. You know, I think I know how you could balance Genesis. You know how Iran has a combo mechanic? Just add the combo mechanic into every class. Every class has combo. It doesn't do anything. It just shows you how many times in a certain time frame that you've hit mobs, but make it so that there is a combo counter that you can see on screen in smaller font than are on. And when you hit a certain combo amount for Bishop, it consumes your combo count and automatically casts Genesis for free. There you go. You get your big map-wide AoE wipe attack, but you have to be attacking mobs the whole time, and you have to do it for a period of time, and then it'll automatically proc. There you go, a proc-based Genesis attack. A more balanced way to do it. It's not a cooldown. It does it for free. It's always gonna appear in your rotation. You're never gonna forget to proc it. And there you go. Bing, bang, boom, perfect. You don't even need to call it combo count. You don't even need to have the combo count on the screen, for example. You could just have it. The system recognizes how much combo, quote unquote combo you've gained, without showing it on screen. And after that amount, it'll automatically trigger Genesis. It'd be better to show the player, but I mean, like, I don't know, something like that. I feel like this song is a little faster than normal. Like, very, very slightly. Boop, boo doo 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 doo. Goodness. Someone's going insane. That's me. I'm in a rubber room with rats, and they drive me crazy, Kraz. By the way, I saw this over on Glorp Shidow's Discord, and I'm gonna copy it. It's mine now, and I'm gonna copy it. And I can't believe I hadn't thought of it yet. We're gonna have to add an emote on the Twitch. That's the pregnant guy emoji, but it's Merpins. Glorp Shido has one of Glorp Shido. At least on Discord. I don't know if it's on their Twitch. But I have to add that. That's too good. It's too funny. I have to have that. I have to do it. Well, look. I'm stealing someone's idea, not their content. There's a difference between stealing content and stealing an idea. It is my real name. Merp. Legally, it's on all my documents. Also, we're level 80. Fuck yeah. We can finally start doing magic amplification. I'll stay on. I think it's gonna be about the same. Oh, these are a little strong. We'll keep those then. Do I have earring? Helmeted. Earring dex. I need earring int. All right. Isn't that a cool one though, Krez? I think it's a great idea. It's a perfectly original Merpin's idea. Nah. But like I use the pregnant man emoji all the time on Twitch. I mean on Discord. Having it as an emoji would be fantastic. We're gonna have to do that. It's a beautiful idea, I know, right? It's such a good idea. I really don't have room for another emoji though. What would I change? What emojis do I have, Krez? What emojis do I have? Let's see. You're not subscribed, so you can't show me all my emojis, but let's see. For the non-moving ones and the ones that aren't in like the extra ones, we got this one, that one, not that one, that one, that one, that one, this one. Ooh, I think we'll probably replace that one actually. That one, that one, that one, and that one. Well, not that one. Make sure there's another. And this one. These are all my emojis that are either free or non animated. I think we'll replace the rat. I think the rat one is the one to replace. Right? Don't you think? Rat is what we're going to replace, right? What are your thoughts, Krez? Out of all of those, don't you think it's rat? Everything else is just too good. Yeah, the rat is very cute. I can add it to Discord. But, like, pregnant merps emoji just needs to exist, right? That's right, Enrique. It's too good of an idea not to do. It's too good of an idea not to do. Boop 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 boop. Pregnant Merp's body pillow. No. We're taking the general idea of the pregnant man emoji, and we're gonna turn it into a pregnant Merpins emoji just because it's too stupid and funny. You got like, you know how when the thing everyone uses on Discord to reply to someone and you know the general emoji reply is fucking pregnant man. You know, that's the reply that everyone does. Pregnant man emoji. It's the meme. So we gotta have the meme. We have Pepe Merp. It's in the donations tier, but it's a high donations tier one, I think. But still, no, wait, it's a high subscriber tier rather. So you have to be highly subscribed. But like level 3, I think, with level 2 being McMurphy's. Yeah, I think rat is the way to go. Replace rat with pregnant man, except it's pregnant merp. Preg merp. That's not what that means. It just means people want to reply with the pregnant man emoji. It's just how it is. And we gotta do merp. It's gotta be pregnant merp, of course. I hope it doesn't go against Twitch's TOS. You can't get banned for it. They'll just say you can't use that emoji. Because that would be unfortunate. I'll just have to have it on Discord, and then we'll keep the rat. The M and MPreg stands for MERP. We're going to call it MERPreg, yeah, for sure. In fact, we're gonna call it MERPreg because the way that my emojis are set up is they're called they're usually called, let me see, is that how that works here? Let's see. Yeah, if you scroll over an emoji, it says it's like MERP me and then the thing because it automatically named my emojis. It names my emojis instead of calling them MERP and then the emoji name, they call it MERP me, as in MERPins, but it doesn't go that long, which annoys me. You have to be partnered or an affiliate, whatever is higher than the one that I have. Yeah, you have to have the one where you have like a whole shit ton of followers and a lot of views, like average of 75 viewers at a time over a month period or some shit. In any given stream, to be able to unlock the ability to change that particular thing, which is really stupid because it's basically only on my end that it's an issue. Like, it's the dumbest thing that they're trying to give you the ability to do. Pregnant woman? No, the pregnant man plus a Merpins emoji. Pregnant Merpins emoji, because it's really stupid. It's really funny. It's very funny to me specifically, and probably to Bunny, and probably to everyone else for that matter. I'd be unsurprised if people found it funny. It's not stupid, it's new gen, yeah, for sure. It is stupid, but it's the good kind of stupid. In my opinion. We might even do that in a minute. We might even go to do that in just like a minute or two. I might take a quick break from Chrono Story just to do that. It will not take me long to do a Merpin's pregnant man emoji. A Merpreg emoji. We'll leave the game on in like the corner or something like that, and then go do a Merpin's emoji for a minute, and then get back to it. Get back to the grind. In fact, let's fucking do it. Well, I mean, it's only a couple minutes of art stream. It's only gonna take me like 20 minutes, maybe. Those that are coming in for the Chrono Story stuff, stick around. I'm not gonna be doing this for very long. We're gonna keep the game up in the corner for a minute, and I'm not even gonna change the. In fact, I'm gonna keep it here. You're gonna see it. I'm gonna have the little art thing like right here in this little skybox, like right here. I'm gonna have the art thing. It's not gonna be very long of art, and then we're gonna get back to doing Chrono Story. So let's open up. Let's see, pregnant man emoji. Let's take a look at this. We're gonna make it a 1-for-1. Man emoji. Images. We're going with the classic one, by the way. We're going with the classic one. Right. Let me see how Glorp Shadow's channel does it. 'Cause I want to see how she does it. I think it's classic. I'm gonna go classic if that's the case. Yeah, it's classic. Yeah, it's classic. We're going classic too. Let's save image as Reggers. Desktop save. Let's open up Krita. Doobie-doo. Do, 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 do. Now let's make it a little bit smaller. Where is it? Okay, which one is Krita? There it is. There you go. Perfect. Look at that. How cute. A little smaller than that. Yeah, right there. Let's move it over here as well so you can kind of see it. Yeah. All right. Okay, Krita. Let's open up, like... There we go. Bam. Now let's do another one. Let's do like a gray. Neutral gray. Let's open up my folder of emotes. We're gonna take one as a fucking example. Stream stuff, emotes. What emote is the most close to what I want to do here? Might not even be an emote that's close. It might just be my... Yeah, it might just be my PNG tuber model. Right? Now let's open up the emoji. Pregnant man. Okay. Yeah, so what we're gonna do in my case, because I have big thick outlines, we can use the big thick black outlines that I use. Yeah, why not? Big thick black outlines. We can do like actually my sleeves are longer than that. In fact, we can kind of get a little better than that. So let's do like let's do the head first. My outlines are a little less thick than that, so we're gonna go a little like that. I have a very thin, long neck, so. We gotta do like a demake design as well. We gotta make it very simple. We gotta make it simple. Oop. Okay, hold up. It's be very zoomed out, so I might not even want to do like the black outlines. It's be very zoomed out. I don't know. Do like that probably. on screen. Right? Even smaller. We'll see. And that means we need like a demake here. So we need... In this case, let's just take my head here. Duplicate layer mask. Ah! Hey, Roy. Make it a little bigger. About there-ish. Should be good. A little bigger, actually. We're doing a demake here. We're doing like a... We're doing like a... How would I put this? A distance model is what you'd call it. A distance model. So let's deselect. A distance model in animation is where you have a animation model that has less detail because you're seeing it at a further distance. If you have all the detail on the model just normally, you're not really going to make out the model at a long distance. We're going pretty far away here, so we want the model to be we need the model to be legible despite it being so far away. So in fact, I might even make the lines thicker than this. So we'll see. Let's do a quick outline of the head. So we show them very far away, so we're actually going to exaggerate here a bit. My model is special in that it's very simple. So a distance model here doesn't really need to be that much different from my normal model. Just needs thicker outlines, really. Don't you worry none, Enrique. It's all good. Not everyone can draw. It's fine. We're doing a distance model, so we're not doing every detail here. We need to be legible from a distance, so everything's kind of exaggerated a little bit. Damn it, music. As I'm in the mood of doing stuff. Planes. It does. It does have the lasso tool. If you like the lasso tool, it's right here. You love using the lasso? Lasso's good. Will I show everyone this? It's gonna be an emoji, yeah. Simple. That's too thick for my arms, isn't it? It's not great. That arm kind of sucks. Also, I'm looking fucking wall-eyed as hell. Let's fix that too. A little better, but... There we go. You loved the derpy eyes? I didn't really want the derpy eyes, personally. I don't like this arm shape. I'm gonna take my arm shape here. And redraw it there. Something like that, kind of. Like a new thingy here. Better. Gets the right shape language that I'm going for, I think. Kind of. That elbow sucks, though. If I could kind of do this instead. kind of erase here and get an elbow there that way. Yeah, that'll be better. His arm. He is bugging me. It's not quite right either. Let's... Those that are coming in for the Chrono Story stuff, we're getting back to it in a minute. I'm making a quick emoji for Twitch right now. Because I had inspiration that I had to do. That's better. Yeah, and then oh, wait. Duh, I see what I did wrong here. Okay, that's fine. Wait. Let's just use a oval tool. How do I do that again? Fill line select in Krita. No. Make a... Welcome back, Krez. Oh, wait. No, I know. I'm stupid. I realize what it is. All right, wait. This. God damn it. Deselect. It's likely we'll get a patch tonight. Yeah, Twiz. Likely, possibly. We will see. I wouldn't be surprised, at least. Oh, good. Wow, actually. 20 clicks. One, two. Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. Deselect. If he was trolling, I know. I don't think he was trolling. He doesn't usually troll like that. He's not the kind to do that. Gives me color. Boop, 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 boop. Need some crack. Nice. So I think Merpins is goonable. No. But this is funny. Let me just grab my PNG tuber's hands because I don't want to draw them right now. I'll have to redraw them anyway here, but it's fine. Desktop, desktop 2. Well, actually, it might be on desktop. Let's see. It is. Nope, it's not. Thought it was. It's a PNG. Alright, how about desktop stream stuff? This. And there's the guy. These hands aren't great for this particular application, although I can take the hand anyway and use it kind of a little bit. Let's try it. copy layer. Command V. Actually, that's pretty perfect. Actually, there's a cool ass upcoming third-party upscale of a gunplicate. Ooh, that's cool. That's cool, Kraz. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just redid the pinky finger. Hello, berry juice. Doo-doo. Okay. I'm gonna take this. Okay, let's grab my colors from Merpins. We're gonna need... Oh, oh wait, I might also have to have the little pouch. That's funny. Maybe not. Maybe I'll just leave it simple. Let's grab my colors. Do boop. Now we're gonna do... like that. I'm just gonna boop. Deselect. Now I don't need this up anymore. Boop, 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 boo. Should do this first. Well, actually, let's do the skin color first. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. Do, 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 do. White. Whoops. Now we need the hat color, and then the hair color. Let's move in the game for a second. Okay. And the hair color. All right. Lovely. The face is still lost a bit in the emoji size. I think I need to do some work here. Let's see. What I'm gonna do here is this. Emoji size. Hello. We're gonna take this. It's a little better, but I think it needs pupils still. Bigger? Maybe no eyes? Let's get rid of the nose as well. Get the emoji size, it's better. Might want to get rid of this too. And move the mouth down a little bit. Let's see. Let's zoom out and see what it looks like with no eye, violet. There we go. That's better, kind of. Let's actually add a dot for the nose. Look at that. That'll work. We'll leave the nose out, I think. Yeah, that's better. I want to make the head a little bigger too. I don't know. If possible. Hello, Carla. We had to make a distance model. We had to make a distance model. What in the Dimmadome fuck? Look, man, we had to make a distance model. Bam. Desktop. Save as PNG. Save. Okay. And there we go. We did it, you guys. We did it. I hope you like it. Let's add it to Discord first. Let's see. We need to go to what I need. What do I need to do? I need to go to the server settings. There we go. Emojis. Upload emoji. There we go. Got it. Bam. Open. Finished. It's perfect. It's perfect. I think it needs a white outline. We're going to add that, though. It needs a white outline. We're going to add that. Open with Krita. It needs the classic white outline. Invert selection, select row selection. 10? No. Select row selection. Hold up. Let me see to make this a little bigger. Image canvas size. Where is it? Free size canvas. Do 77 and 77. Okay. Good. So 10 pixels. Select, invert selection, select row selection, 10, no, select row selection, 7, no, well, no, select row selection, 5, perfect, and white, and deselect. File, save as merpreg 2. Desktop save. Yeah. Get that out of here. Okay. Moving game. Let me release Smurpreg. Delete message. Merpin's place. Fucking server settings. Fucking emoji. Fucking, let's get rid of that. Upload emoji. Reg. Open. Finish. There we go. Now let's post it here. That's better. Little white outline is all it needed. It might not be the outline at the bottom, but still. Beautiful. I hate it. I know, right? In fact, I don't think it needs one more little edit here. And we'll get back to the game. Open with Krita. Let's see. Image, scale. Nope. Where is it? Resize canvas 10. So same thing. 77. 77. This time I'm gonna go ahead and do bam. Okay. Like that. And then I can go boop, boop. Select invert. Invert selection. Select row selection. Let's do 10 this time. Boop. Boop. White. Outline. Bam. Deselect. File. Save as Merpreg 3 to desktop. Saved. Okay. Let's try it again. Once more. Once more from the top. Where the fuck did Discord go? What the fuck? Okay. Once more from the top. Server settings. Emoji. Remove. Upload. Merpreg 3. Okay. Finish. I'll edit this message. Oh yeah, that's way better. That's way better. Way better. Let's go ahead and add it to our emojis. Here on Twitch. Twitcheroony. And then we can get back to the game. Viewer rewards. Emotes. Remove the rat. Remove from slot. Add slot. Upload. And it's working immediately. Bam. Perfection. It's a little bit hard to see still. Even with that distance model, Twitch is very compressed. But that's okay. That's okay. Perfectly fine. All right, Enrique. That is extraordinarily small, isn't it? But we got it. I'm happy about it. I'm happy about it. I like how it turned out. Still a little small, but whatever. It's fine. In fact, I think it turned out great. We're about to hit an ad here on Twitch. Sorry about that. Apologies. I think I noticed a way to make it a little bit better. Let me do that real fast. Sorry. Let me fix it. I always gotta do that. I always gotta fix it. This one. Open with Krita. One more little fix. Select invert selection, select. Oh, hold up. First of all, nope. Wait. Deselect. Image. Resize canvas. Boop. By 10 in both directions. Okay. And now I just go boop. Select invert. Select row. 10. Okay. And then we're gonna boop, boop, and boop. Deselect, but we're gonna erase between the arm here. I think also like right here. I'll leave that one. File, save as 4. Desktop. Save. Okay. And then see how it looks over here. Emoji. Removed. Upload. 4. Finish. Yeah, having that little dark space in between the arm there helps a lot, actually, yeah. Yeah, it makes it easier to read. I gotta add that on Twitch then. There we go. Fixed it. Now it's easier to read at a glance. Good. Perfect. Very silly. If you hover over on Twitch, you can see a bigger version of it, I think. Click on it. Might even be worth it to get rid of the face and just leave the eyes. With how tiny it is. I can kind of think of a way to make it even better in terms of legibility. I'll do it after the stream, though. After the stream, though. Those of you coming for the first time for Chrono Story, welcome in. I want to go to squids. We're going to try squids. I don't think they're going to be good, but we're going to try squids. We're going to try squids. I think they're going to be bad, but I want to try them. Okay, dude. Take my shit. Give me some teleport rocks, yes. Like 5 of them. Add map. Actually, you know what? This might be faster. Let's see. User list. Ancient Nest. We need someone lower than that. We need someone like 110. Shark Cave, thank you. Ah, oh, damn, that doesn't reach the bottom platform. That's what I was hoping for. Fuck. Damn. Hey, Hatch. How you doing, Hatch? What if I use Sugar Rush candies? I can sometimes hit the top platform. Actually, I can hit the top platform. I should do that. Okay. Lots of fun on your Ice Lightning Mage. Where do you think I should train, man? Russell Squids ain't doing it for me. Sharks, but I'm only level 80. And do I do the jump thing that I'm doing here, or do I just like stand and like fuck shit up? Probably better potions though. They're fucking me up a bit. I'm sure like UFOs could be good maybe, depending on which map. I don't know. 104, you think? I'm thinking the same thing probably. Let's get some better potions though. We need better potions. I guess fucking pure waters aren't doing it. Hit too hard. Kenta, you're not who I'm looking for. Just do the jump trick, the one that I was just doing just now? Okay. Damn, can't move. But I can teleport. There we go. What do you mean teleport jump? I know I can jump and then teleport up to the next platform, but what do you mean? What do you mean by that? So, whoops. We need more MP regens. I think Red Bean would probably do it. I don't want to buy Sunrise dues. God, look at that fucking price difference. No, we're doing Red Bean. Okay, that makes sense. I understand what you mean. This kind of thing. So you can just hold down the buttons. Let's go try. Let's see if anyone's there, because I'd like to teleport there, so I don't have a way to get there at the moment. Let's see. I can always log on my other account if I need to, but let's see. Someone's like, Boner. Map. Dragon Nest. Curb. Free Market. That's me. That's a too low level. He's there. Dragon Nest. These are all gonna be a Dragon Nest. Well, maybe this guy. The Sharp Unknown. To Orbis. Why is he on the road ride to, or is he just trying to kill? I don't know, man. Let's go to a different map, different channel, see if we can find one. 39 is a good amount of people. Boo-doo-doo-boo-doo-doo. Loading. Lots of high levels. No one mid-leveled. What's up? There's just an Omega Sector. He's not in the right spot. Unfortunate, because he probably wants to be in the right spot. Channel 46. Okay. Oh. Noise. Thank you. A little high level for me, that's fine. We'll get used to it. We're close to a level anyway. I can put points into, what, luck? Luck it is. Amplification. Ow. About that DK success. Oh, I did comment. I was commenting, like, I think it's fun. Like, people's suggestions for it are, like, different. I don't think Roar should be any good. I think DK, I think if you just got rid of, the damage scaling, it'd be better. Like, the more mobs you hit, the less damage you do. I think it'd be fine if they just got rid of that. People have suggested like other stuff. I think that the balancing low HP for DK makes no sense. It's a tank class. Why are we at low HP? It should be the opposite. You get benefited for having full HP, I think, in my opinion. But that would require a huge revamp, and I don't think everyone would go for it. I think everyone would be fine with it. It's just like that's not what's always been, and therefore change it bad. I mean, he got rid of that for fucking Crossbowman's second job skill. That used to scale with how many mobs you hit. It is really dumb. I 100% agree with that. Having attacks scale based on the mobs hit is really stupid. And then nerfing it just to make it so you can do that. Like, okay, so it's only good in bossing? Yeah, exactly, right? And even then, not all bosses. Like fucking Horntail and Zakum, like you're gonna get fucking cooked. You know what I mean? And you'll be good in Zaku's last phase, and even then not that good, but fine. And then like I don't like the design choice of the scaling damage. If he does that to Iran, that would fucking suck. That would suck so bad, because Iran has never had that. That is never how Iran has worked. It has never scaled with how many mobs you're hitting. Actually, Zakum, not Zaku, Z-A-K-U-M. I think what Iran did was it scaled with how many mobs were hit, but it was like an OG. What was that? Yeah, it was. Iran was released in 2008, before Big Bang happened. And it never had scaling. I think at one point it had a little bit of scaling, but the way the scaling worked was you dealt more damage the more enemies you hit. Which means it was still a really good bosser, because you'd still hit really hard anyway. I think the scaling was just more like, yeah, you just do even more damage. It wasn't like your damage was low unless you hit a lot of mobs. It was like your damage was already high. It's just even higher if you hit more mobs. Which I don't think is necessary for anyone. Not even Iran, where they're the multi-target king class, basically. But if they did that to Iran, that would suck, because Iran's whole identity is built around, cool, you hit a lot of mobs, and you're like, that's the whole thing you do. You hit mobs. That you're not anything else. Lots of mobs, that's it. But I don't particularly like that particular design aesthetic of your damage decreases based on the amount of mobs you did. Like, OG Maple did that somewhat to some classes, but like that was never fun. They eventually got rid of that completely. Like, no class has that anymore. And they got rid of it pretty early, too. Like, right after Big Bang, they got rid of it because it was not fun. It just made your class feel weaker for no reason. You know? They just balanced it properly. I agree. It removes one class you should remove from all the classes. Maybe not Hero, because Hero is already really strong anyway, and it's still going to be stronger than all the other warriors, even if he gets rid of it on Hero. But it should definitely, like, even if he doesn't get rid of it on Hero, but he should definitely get rid of it on DK and Paladin. Easily. It would be more fun to get rid of it on Hero, but Hero is already strong. How many of you just check your Discord because you heard a boop? It was mine, by the way. It was mine. However, though, Hatch, by the way, I don't think any of the warrior classes, including Dragon Knight, are hurting that bad right now. I think if Bote is going to do any changes to any classes right now, it needs to be Night Lord, it needs to be Ice Lightning Mage, it needs to be Fire Poison Mage, and it needs to be Bowmaster, and it needs to be Corsair. Those are the classes that have the most pains. You stay out of it. I've been playing all the classes, so I'm agreeing with other class with DK and saying that it needs some changes, and I think every class, every warrior class should have that removed. But also, none of the warrior classes are terrible right now. If they fix the other classes, then the warriors will be the low totem poles. But they need to fix the 2 archmages, not bishop, and they need to fix Corsair and Bowmaster specifically. Maybe even Marksman, because Marksman isn't that far ahead of Bowmaster really. It's just slightly better, which makes it better in party play because everyone wants fucking that one. Everyone wants sharp eyes. Honestly, you wish Hero had rage. It would have been. You would have been doing newts. Oh. You wish Hero had range. Range, for sure. I agree with you. I mean, like, it's unfortunate. Hero's always been kind of the like not super wide hitting attack class, right? The wide one for warriors is Paladin with their giant fucking hammer, and then the mid range is Iran or DK. And Iran has more range than DK, to be fair. Hatch, you play a high level Ice Lightning Mage. Are Ice Lightning Mages invited to parties? He can answer that. He has a like 140s Ice Lightning, or higher than that even. Nope. Okay. That's why I've been saying that it's one of the classes that definitely needs some TLC to be better in party play, because they're not going to be good in bossing either. It's fun to play, though, apparently. Apparently it's fun to play despite being, they bring nothing to the table, yeah. They don't have super high damage, they don't have a lot of cleave, they don't have a lot of, they don't really have any party buffs. Playing Mage solo is apparently fun, though. Yeah, you're right. Like newts and whatnot. They have a very, very large reach with their attacks. I wouldn't imagine the EXP is that much worse at newts than it is at the other place, at the party map. Yeah. I could see that. Since Chain Lightning is fucking awesome. The real problem right now isn't the fact that that Ice Lightning is bad at party play. It's the fact that party play is so dominant that it feels bad when you don't have that as an option. Really, every class should be somewhat useful in a party, so everyone wants to party with anyone. And everyone should be somewhat useful in solo and somewhat useful in bossing. Everyone should have something to bring to the table in every situation. They don't have to be the best in anything, but they should all bring something at least somewhat unique to the table. The problem with Bowmaster versus Crossbowman, Marksman, is Marksman does what Bowmaster does better, and they both bring the same thing to the table, so you end up with everyone wanting Marksman and no one wanting Bowman. Bowman needs something that is unique to them, that they can bring to the to party play, that doesn't overshadow Marksman, and same with Marksman. So I think they should both get like sharp eyes, but they should also each get something unique. Same with Fire Poison and Ice Lightning. They both just desperately need a new party skill and some like buffs to party play in some way. And you know, same with like Night Lord, and same with like you know, Corsair. Like all these classes that can do fine solo-ish, but like with party play as a thing and being so dominant, everyone should be able to do something about it, right? Everyone should be playable in that, and they are absolutely. But no one's gonna pick you if you're reducing their EXP by 20 mil an hour, right? It's just not gonna happen. And I think Bote realizes this somewhat, but I also feel like he's being kind of nitpicky about it, not really doing anything to fix it right now. Hopefully he does stuff to fix it before people really get pissed, because there's already people that are pissed about it. I'm not pissed about it. I'm happy playing all new classes every couple weeks. Pick out a new class and get that up to level 130 or whatever. But he really needs to do something about it. I know balancing is difficult. He's good at game design, not the best at balance, but he's been pretty good at balance so far. It's just fourth job is really hard to really wrap around, because like before that, like there's tons of ways to level up, and you can do party play, you can do non-party play, and there's lots of things you can do, right? But once fourth job comes around, it's like it's the same thing, but at a worse scale, because guess what? This is all you're getting forever. So it needs to be something. Warriors damage shouldn't scale down based on the number of mobs you hit. Ice Lightning and Fire Poison Mage both need some kind of party synergy buff of some kind that makes them playable in party play. Same with Bowmaster and Marksman. Same thing. They both need something to bring to the table that isn't just Sharp Eyes, because there needs to be a differentiation here, right? Because right now it's just that's the thing. Is everyone's gonna pick Marksman. Night Lord needs some TLC for party play, for non-boss grinding. I know Bote wants to test out having bosses be the boss grinding thing, but like, I hate it when a game like this and a dev who makes a game like this decides arbitrarily that, guess what? These classes are bossers. Hey, Raindrop. Arbitrarily decides these guys are bossers, and therefore that's where you should be getting EXP, no exceptions. That's not how it should be. Maple Story isn't like that. Maple Story is a lot of Maple Story is a game about choices. So it should give you the choice to do other stuff, at least somewhat competently. Not even that. They should all be about equal in terms of how much EXP per hour you get. I think the only differentiation between bossing and party play, should be the only reason why you get more EXP there is because someone has Holy Symbol. That's the only reason you should be getting more EXP there. Holy Symbol should be the sole reason. And is that where level 80 should be farming? No, but I'm happy with it. It's fine. It's a little they hit a little hard, and I'm missing a lot, but I'm getting good EXP. How do you get there? You'd have to teleport to someone, unless you're over level 100 when you can do the quest and unlock the area, because it's gated behind level 100. You'd have to use a teleport rock and then teleport to someone who's here. The mothership is locked off otherwise, behind a level 100 quest. Which you can find someone there by going to shortcut and then user list, and anyone in an area that's like corridor something, they're in the mothership. My wife's home. Shouldn't tell me that she was off work yet. Hell yeah, she's home. I did get a level, so let's put some points into luck so we can stop missing as much. Just a little bit. We got the emerald earrings. Nice, I got those too on this guy. I gotta scroll them, and they're below average. But they're below average because of dex, not because of intelligence. Intelligence is average. Like maybe a little bit above average even. So I can just scroll them, it'll be fine, I don't care. For your first character, 107, or at least level 100, you're gonna probably do that quest line that I told you about that lets you go into the mothership, because you have to do that quest line and then beat Xenomega, a mini boss, to be able to start making your end game unwelcome guest weapons. The last one, unwelcome guest, and you can't equip it until level 107. So I'd recommend waiting until level 107. For any subsequent characters, you're just gonna make them the weapon that they can use up until their level, unless it's a mage, in which case you're always gonna have them use evil wings until you can use your 107 weapon. That's about what works there. Yeah. Those of you that are coming in for the first time on Twitch, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd appreciate it. I stream every day. Lots of Chrono Story stuff. And some art. Sometimes. And then some other stuff. Sometimes. Other games. Sometimes. What? Lith Harbor Gadget? No. He asked what level he should be working on unwelcome guest hearing welcome guest weapons. I think you misread that. He said he got them. Not he was wondering where you get them. You did. No worries, man. After like 130 or so, party training EXP is way better, for sure. It shouldn't be. It should only be better because of Holy Symbol. And maybe the 5 dice if you get it. In my opinion, I think that should be the only determining factor as to why party play should be better. Right? You should be getting like 20% more EXP because you're in a party with Holy Symbol and whatnot. That should be the only reason it's better. And then non-party play areas should be just as good as party play areas otherwise. Right now that's not the case. Right now it's like party play is king, and if you're not party play, you're sad. And that's how it is. I'm hopeful that Bote balances this better, because if it continues being balanced like this, despite me loving his game and the way that he's going about it, someone else could easily make a game that I'm gonna like more at this point. I feel like. I love Chrono Story very much. I like Bote. He's cool. I've known him since before he made Chrono Story, at least as a player of Maple Story. And he's cool, but like fucking, if he doesn't do this right, it's gonna make the game not fun at the end of the game. I'll still have fun playing in Iran if he releases Iran. But if there's a better server that comes out that releases Iran, I'd go to that one instead. You know what I mean? Like, it can be done now. Have you told him yet? What do you mean? I think his game is still good, and I think he understands that, and he's going through stuff to fix stuff. And until he says, "Yeah, no, I'm done balancing stuff," and if it's not what I think is good, I will voice my opinion on that. But right now, my opinion is valid, but like expected. And until he says he's done fixing certain issues that I think are issues, like major issues with the game, I'm gonna trust that they're still on his list of things to fix. I know he wants to test some stuff, and I respect that. He can test it. But I don't think the way that he's going about it is going to fix it. I think it's just going to exacerbate the problem. It's gonna make the problem worse. I hope that it does fix it, but I can't see it doing that. In my mind, I could see it doing that for some players, and some players be like, "Yeah, no, this perfectly fixes the problem." But like most players would be like, "Yeah, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go bossing for 5 hours a day to get good EXP. I want to go grind." And then the fucking tryhards be like, "Yeah, then play a class that grinds well." Okay, fucking shitlord, thanks. That still doesn't fix the problem. You know what I mean? Don't be a shitter. Your class comes out broken in content, you're going to want to have it fixed for that content. It's not like we're close friends and therefore I can be like, "Hey man, this, and this." No, like I know him, but like it's not. We just played together a little bit. It wasn't that much. How long do you think it'll take? Well, it took him a few months to release 4th Job. A month and a half longer than I thought it would take him. Of course, he's working hard at the same time as doing this. It's taken him longer to release Papulatus than I thought it would. But he is, apparently there is going to be a update today, supposedly. I don't know, at some point. A couple hours from now, maybe. I would guess in probably like 20 minutes, actually. Maybe. Because it's usually around 5 o'clock my time is when he releases stuff. But that's, that could be just coincidental. But it took him several weeks longer than I thought it would take him for Papulatus. And Papulatus is just the thing for him to let us test whether or not doing bosses is going to be good and fun EXP, and if classes need to be fixed more. So I'm hopeful that this does point out that disparity of, yeah, no, these classes need to be fixed more. This isn't the fun way to grind every level, and no one wants this. And I hope that's kind of where it goes. Some people might... the vocal minority might say, "Oh no, this is great, perfect, you don't need to do anything else," and then everyone's happy, except they're not. Which, then I would voice my opinions. But obviously, I'm happy playing this game as I'm playing every single class, but the moment I get into end game on every class, this game is going to be dropped for me until stuff is fixed. That's just how it's going to be. I'm not going to want to do it. I know how I am. I love this game very much, and so far the level experience until like 130 is pretty fun. Level experience after 130 is not fun, in my opinion, right now. There's nowhere solo to grind. There's one place you can grind that's solo, and it's boring. That map is boring. There's one map, maybe 2 maps, and they're boring. The only class that maybe isn't boring doing those maps is like fucking Corsair, I guess. And that's if you're burning everything and letting them die from burning, basically. If you do it the way that every Corsair plays, every high-level Corsair main plays, then it's boring again. Yeah. And it really boils down to there's not enough balancing for the classes. Some classes are just good at being in parties, and some just aren't. And some classes are good at mobbing, and some just aren't. And that should never be a problem. I mean, it was a problem in base Maple Story for sure, but it doesn't need to be that way. This is a fucking, basically a private server. It doesn't need to be like that. It's not a one-to-one server either. It doesn't need to be like that at all. It can be balanced in a way that everyone can do everything. At least everything. Everyone can do everything competently, and anyone can be invited to a party, and everyone should be getting the same EXP no matter what. Essentially. Kind of. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully it gets fixed. I'd love to see it get fixed. Boo. There's the crappies. That's not a bad place to be, depending on your level. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Who isn't weak these days? I'm just kidding. It takes a while before he gets stronger, right? Even in third job. I still feel pretty weak in this job level. A little bit. Hello, Cert. She got level 107 for sure. Never seen Maple Story before? I've been playing this game a lot on stream. By the way, if you're new here on Twitch, don't forget to leave a follow. I'd appreciate it. We're lurker friendly, so it won't tell me who followed, just that someone did. So you won't be shouted out or nothing unless you want to be. If you're enjoying the Chrono Story content. Or you're enjoying listening to me rant about Chrono Story. Raindrops, I'm new here. No, you're not. Lies and slander. At least not to my, you know, you're new-ish, but I meant like new to the channel. I've never been here before. Well, I've been at Aliens before, just don't usually go to this one. This class is better at this type of alien. Usually I'm at the other aliens, if I am at aliens at all, I'm usually at the drones and not the commuter saucers. We're about to level up again. Oh, crack. Oh my god. Oh. My back cracked from that stretch. Holy shit. And there's level 83. More luck. More magic amplification. 20%. Man. What level is that maxed out at? 20? 30. Man, that's gonna be pretty high, huh? Let's go here for a moment. Boop, boop, boop. Mm-mm-mm. Well, thank you guys for coming to the stream. If you enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like. I pressed a button by accident. Fuck. Yeah. Fucking Shadower is super, super good. Leveling up will be hell, but I'll do it eventually. I said, thank you guys for coming to the stream. Don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe if you're on YouTube or a follow here on Twitch. I'll be back again either later tonight or tomorrow. I don't know why I got bumped. How did that happen? But I'll see you guys later. I'll be back tomorrow or later tonight. Probably later tonight, actually. I've been streaming twice a lot these days. Trying to get into like 6 hours. They're making a new Knights and Magic kit. That's cool. I like Knights and Magic. But I'll see you guys later.